Good evening, everybody. It's Sibel, also known as the Cheap Hussy. So, tonight I wanted to come on and talk to you guys a little bit about what I call poor math skills. And these are literally things that people do to make them poor. Um, and I talked about this a little bit in my budgeting video, which I hope you all watched because I provided the links for really good resources and they're free and they'll really help you out. So, I hope that you guys watch them. So, what are poor math skills? Okay, so when we spend money on things and we don't know how much we're spending, that's a poor math skill. So I'm going to give you an example. We have something around here called Wawa. It's like a 7-Eleven, Circle K. They're known for their coffee. So average cup of coffee at Wawa is $3, right? So we're going to do a little chart. I just realized this is backwards, but you guys will get the hang, right? I could have actually done this the other way because I'm dyslexic, but I'm not. So we have $3, let's say it's a $3 cup of coffee and you get it 5 days a week. So that's what? $15 a week on coffee. Okay. Let's times that by 4 weeks. So we're now spending $60 a month just on a cup of coffee every day, right? Not a great idea. So this is why I call these poor math skills. When we don't pay attention to these kind of things that we do every day and that we don't really think about because they're cheaper. You know, it's $1 here, $3 here, $5 here, $10 there. We don't think about that. And it's a huge money drain because at the end of the month, if you really look at what you're like, say you're going to lunch every day and buying your lunch, by the end of the month, it could cost you hundreds of dollars. And for a fraction of that, you could take your lunch to work. You could either take leftovers or you could absolutely buy things like little frozen meals to take with you to work, whatever, even just a sandwich, right? Another thing that I really don't love, and we'll do a whole segment on this, is coffee pods and buying coffee outside the house. Now, buying coffee outside the house is bad anyway, but even the coffee pods aren't a great deal. Sometimes they're about 25 cents each, depending on the brand you like, especially if you're really brand loyal. Your best bet is to get these little filler cups, and I'll do a whole video on this because I have the little cups, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, and making your coffee at home. So those are just some really quick ways to cut down and save on money. Is bring your lunch to work, make your coffee at home, eat your breakfast at home, or if you don't have time, take it with you in the car. I used to have a really long commute and I used to eat bagels and toast and all kinds of stuff in the car because I had a long enough commute, and I used to take my coffee also. So just little things like this can save a lot of money. So that's the first part of poor math skills, right? Things we do every day that cost us money over a 30-day period. So let's reverse that. Let's look at something like my cell phone bill is about $60 a month. All right, so we divide that by 30. I'm just doing 30 because that's an average, right? That's an average month. Some months are 31, some months are 20. You know, like we're gonna have 29 because we have a leap year. So this year, February is actually made 29 days, which means I have to drive those kids for an extra day. They have another chance to kill me with their illnesses. Yeah, still sick. Anyway, so what this means is my cell phone, which I do everything with, only costs me $2 a day. All right, so let's look at these numbers. So we have $3 for a cuppa, right? My really bad skills. And then my phone, we'll do old school phone, right? It's got like, is only $2 a day. So I ask you, which one could you live without? For me, it's definitely going to be the coffee because I really can't live without that phone. I'm really that addicted to it. But that's what I mean about poor math skills. If you look at some of the things that you spend money on all of the time, and you really break them down by how much they cost you a day, and if it's something you buy every day, how much does it cost you a month? You begin to get a better picture of where your money is going. And if you're someone that's living paycheck to paycheck and you get to the end of the month and you really don't know where the money went, And I've done this myself where like you remember the big expenses, you remember the $100 for a new tire, or you remember, that ER visit that cost you $65, because you had to pay a portion of it this month. That stuff you remember, but it's the little things that really, really drain your budget. Because if we don't think about where the money goes every day, we're not going to know where we can save the money. So it's really, really important to just take a look at what you're buying every day. And most of you probably know what this stuff is and you know how much it costs. So you already know, do I get coffee every day? If the answer is yes, then how much are you spending every day? All right, take a quick minute, multiply that by 30. See how much it's costing you a month. If you're only doing it during the work week, then do it by, let me see, so you do it by 22 days, and that would be average. And then there's the opposite. Take a look at some of the bills you have and see how much they're costing you per day. Because some things like cell phone bills, even though we consider them a fixed expense, they are negotiable contracts. The same with your cable bill. Do you have a Netflix subscription that you never use? Do you have channels that you never watch because you got them as a package? These are all places that you can really look at something like, if you're paying $150 a month for cable, which is super easy to do, how much is that a day? That's $5 a day for cable. Okay, so think about that. Is it worth $5 a day to you? Like, are you really getting enough use out of all of those cable channels that they warrant costing you $5 a day? And if you think about it as the channel that you watch the least, you're paying $5 a day for a channel you never watch, then it really gets a little hairy. And you can always negotiate these. You can negotiate contracts with cell phones. You can negotiate contracts with Comcast and these other providers. You can even negotiate contracts with your car insurance. I just recently did this. I called them. I was like, hey, I've been with you guys for over a year. Can we bring this rate down? And they did. They did some adjustment for me. So I went from about $95 a month to $88 a month, and it was great. I was really happy about that. And those are just the little things you can do to make these adjustments. But you really need to understand how much you're actually spending. You need to get into the minutia of what you're actually spending. And I'm telling you guys, the best way to do that is to do this. So you want to multiply everything, something you do every day, like buying coffee, you want to multiply that by 30, and something you pay for once a month, you want to divide that by 30 to really get an understanding of what these items cost you. I'm telling you, try it. It'll help you out. And yes, I know, I'm looking at how fabulous this graphics is up here. I mean, I know you guys are accustomed to my fabulous editing skills and all my high quality videos that I put together. But, this is just another example of my really, amazing technical skill here. But anyway, if you take anything away from this, take away that you need to understand how much you're spending on these smaller things. These smaller increments don't seem like a lot at the time, but they really add up. So give this a try. I'm telling you, it'll help you make ends meet a little bit better. And I hope to see you in the next video. Please watch my video on budgeting. I did provide some amazing links for free budgeting tools. And I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment. If you have any questions, comment. I'll be more than happy to help you if I think I can. Okay? Bye, guys. Have a good night.